Bafumbo. It's so
Oh.
Why one poor person named the Bafumbo?
Brother, they can't see you. Take that off. The people can see your face. There you go.
Bafumbo.
on your feet. Max and Sam, wrestling news we lead. Bob's in the back. He's a lyrical maestro.
Hello again, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Grappling with the Gilmans. I'm Josh.
I'm Sam.
And
And
I'm
who are
Max.
Okay, and we are back
And that's Roman.
with producer Roman and John,
Hello.
who is already asleep,
Jesus Christ.
In
it's
the
John.
If he was awake, I'd be like, hey.
John, you
in a very brisk SVW employee lounge. You'll note we all have hoodies on, and it's not a fashion
I'll wear
statement.
my hoodie shirt. It's a mix.
To talk about the week in AEW and other things.
Yeah.
Hope everybody had a nice Thanksgiving. I know that we did.
I don't.
You
Roman
did?
has made it back safely from his
Yes.
trip to Boston,
It was very
and
nice.
we're ready to go. As has become customary, before we get into it, do either of you two have any introductory
Yes.
remarks?
Yes.
Yes, I have
All
I
right.
have something too.
Okay, Maxie,
Okay.
go ahead.
I would like to shout out old man John for a wonderful Christmas present
And
from him.
yes, Christmas came early.
If you don't know, I love popcorn.
Yes.
It's like my favorite food.
I was gonna say that I would go so far as to
Or
say
for
like
Redding
popcorn,
Blocker butter
popcorn may in
Oh!
fact be your one of, if not your favorite food.
So shout out John for my Christmas
That's very
present.
yes, that was very nice. Anything else?
He'd be like, get back, I'm back at hand.
Sam?
I am.
Sam, go ahead.
Thanksgiving happened.
It did.
Hell,
We
yo.
didn't get any money.
From what?
So you are not thankful for that.
No, I'm not thankful that I didn't get any food that night. We went home. I
Are
had
you
one
kidding?
singular bean.
We
it was
ate a
cold.
24-pound turkey.
Polished off a we
trying to get the
polished
money.
off a 24-pound turkey.
Shut the hell up! I'm trying to
over
get
the
some money
course
over
of
here.
4 days.
Liquid death.
Oh,
It's Christmas coming soon. It's Christmas coming soon. I want my Thanksgiving ham.
Thanksgiving's over.
Let's
You
make
really
this
like
happen.
him,
And
but
you don't even like ham.
Let's make this happen. Liquid death. I'll let your people call my people.
Okay.
Which is
your
Roman.
people is you.
Anything
is
else?
Merry Christmas, y'all.
Oh no, we got a few shows left before Christmas.
I'm ready for my Christmas show. If you have any Christmas, if anybody wants to give me things, DM
You're
me
asking
below.
people to send in gifts.
Hey,
Yeah, if anybody wants to send me Christmas
The
presents,
gift is that they watch us or
Outrunners,
listen.
Outrunners merch will be accepted. You know what I'm saying?
I,
More Orville and Redding Bacher's popcorn.
oh
you
yes,
know?
Orville
Yeah.
Redenbacher.
Yeah.
Didn't think we were going to talk about Orville Redenbacher today.
You didn't?
You all right over there? I see. Was there another spit take that I missed?
not yet.
Okay.
I'm
all
ready
right.
to go.
Let's get into it.
Why is there a hole in the wall?
First
I bet you
topic.
$10 every
real
whole
fast.
mic.
I'm going to get this one out of the way quickly. We did not watch Survivor Series, but we heard about it, and there's one thing that they did that I just can't believe.
What?
So you have this women's war games match.
Oh, yes.
Now,
Yeah.
if there's one thing that I think we all know about
Yeah.
war games matches and blood and guts matches, which is the same thing in AEW, is that they are long.
Oh my!
Because, you know, of the staggered entrances,
and the weapons.
you know, those matches are long. So whoever goes in the ring first presumably has to be capable of wrestling a long match effectively.
I think I would have said Raquel would have gone first, but I was wrong.
Somebody, they in World Wrestling Entertainment came to the conclusion that one of the two women that should start that match and be in those rings for all that time is Nia Jax.
How stupid do you have to be to think that? Like, you must have some brain
And
damage.
from
Like,
one
God
other
damn.
thing.
And from what we
Well, you-
understand,
well, you
and
got
we
to
listened to a podcast of these people were there in person, guess what? It didn't go well. You know why? Because she's bad. And they sent her out there for half an hour.
It's like Old Man
Whoever
John
was
decided this.
responsible for that one is the Geek of the Week. Easily.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, I
Can
didn't
you
think so.
imagine Nia Jax out there for all that time? Oh.
No, but it was completely one-sided because you had the women's
Who else was on
both
that
women's champions, Miss Money in the Bank,
Who else was on that team? Help me
Raquel
out.
Rodriguez, which is like the bodyguard, and God only
mean, you
knows
had
why
Liv.
Candice LeRae.
You had Liv.
You had
Candace-
Liv, Raquel, what's her face? Tiffany
Candace
Tiffany Todd.
Candace is a perfectly good wrestler. She's
Yeah, but
been
she
a-
should not be in War
Yeah.
Games.
Well, she was, and she's a better wrestler than Nia.
True.
She's
I
just
mean,
nepotism
that
Gargano.
that is just shocking. Okay. Now, we watched Dynamite. We watched almost all of Collision, and I think actually one of the things on Collision that I only caught the very end of. I don't think you two know. I think is a little surprising.
Yeah, we forgot to watch the main
So
event.
here, let's get into some observations about
watched
the week. First, I think you both would agree with me that there was not a lot of silliness this week on either show.
I know, and it was terrible.
And that's, in my mind, a great
No,
thing.
no.
Yeah, no, that's not true. That's not true. Well, there was some silliness.
There was some.
No
we
more
had
match.
we had a 7-star match of the Outrunners and the Iron Savages.
Yes, you did have the Outrunners and the Iron Savages on Collision.
That's been my dream.
I was not going to
That was the
mention that
number
one.
one thing on my Christmas list.
Yep, yeah, got
That's
to
what
see
I was thankful
Outrunners,
for.
and they got a win.
Who?
But you had the start of the Continental Classic, and that alone is going to make these shows much more wrestling heavy, and I don't mean that in a bad way. So you had Shelton Benjamin over Briscoe. You had Claudio over Ricochet, which is interesting because Ricochet now, lost twice in a row. Also, I have to send a shout out to the fans that were in Chicago for Dynamite. They had a number of interesting chants during the Claudio versus Ricochet match,
Like what?
all involving the fact that both of them are bald. That included "This is bald,"
Yeah.
"Bald forever,"
Yeah.
and both these balds.
Why you ugly?
Yo,
5
why-
stars.
Why you bald?
Yeah, why you ugly?
Love that.
If Claudio said that on Instagram Live, that'd be so funny.
Yeah, why
Brody-
you bald? Why you ugly?
Brody King beat Darby, which was also 2 losses in a row for Darby.
Poor
That's
Darby.
kind of interesting.
No, because he's saving himself for Moxley. Where?
Yeah, I mean, like,
It's
I
Moxley.
think that's, well,
Where is that?
based on other things that happened
Hey.
during the shows, I think that whenever it's going to be Darby against Moxley, that's way down the road because it's definitely not at World's End.
I'm gonna get crazy with that. I'm
Hell
so
no,
fan
man.
I
of
mean,
that.
it's definitely not at World's End, but we'll get into that in a minute.
Hell no, man.
Ospreay,
What?
Sam's least favorite wrestler, Will Ospreay, beat
God.
Juice Robinson, but unfortunately,
Oh,
I just read
hell
this
no.
today,
This was a huge upset.
Juice suffered the same fate, unfortunately, as Big AJ. Apparently, he broke a bone in his foot, so I don't think
Bafumbo,
I don't know what
Bafumbo.
they're gonna do.
Bafumbo.
His name is Bafumo. Yes,
Bafubo.
It's a funny name.
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah, Bafumbo.
Bafumbo.
Okay, yes, that is his real name.
Yup.
We if anybody is a big fan of theirs,
Who, me?
and if you haven't seen they were on Hey EW with
Hey,
RJ
Buffy.
City.
Buffalo.
Hey, ew.
Hey, ew.
What would you put the over under? I mean, how long is that video? Like 10 minutes?
15.
15.
10 or 15? What would you put the over under on Booms? 30?
Boom.
Oh.
Boom.
They wore Boom out.
But they talked about the Rizzler.
They talked about I mean, I
And
wish
the Boca Beach Boys.
I'm digressing a little bit, but like
They were in a video with Mr. Beast where he beat Bryce Harper.
I know. I did. See
Yes.
You
that.
watched
What the
that video?
hell was
Won
that?
$100,000.
yeah.
He doesn't
He
even
won
need it.
$100,000
He doesn't even
against
need it.
Bryce Harper.
And,
And he's part of the sports team, the Boca Beach Boys. So you can
Wait.
tell me about that.
yeah, that's his little league
What's
team.
the Boca Beach? Oh, his Little League team.
Yes. How did he beat Bryce Harper? That's the big
Well,
question
I mean,
here.
they did move the fence in half the distance.
But it's goddamn Bryce Harper.
Well, here's the question: do you think this was a work or a shoot?
I'm gonna-
work.
Oh, no, I
Definitely work.
gotta go. Well,
What the hell?
I'm not going to impugn Bryce's integrity by saying he would participate in a work.
If they gave him enough money,
he
yes.
doesn't need the money. He's one of the highest paid athletes in the world.
Money's money, and they could always have
Are
more
you-
money.
Money.
No, but the thing is,
So he
neither of them need this money. I can guarantee you that Big Justice does not need
No,
this
I'm-
money. A, he's 12, and B, they probably racketed
Again,
their dough
I-
from the videos, you know?
Like I said last week, I hope they're cashing
Why
Why
in
does
on
the
this.
algorithm love them so
I will
much?
out of the thing with RJ City, it did appear, and I would I was hoping to actually learn more about this whole thing, which I
Boca
did
Beach
not
Boys?
because every other word was boom. But
Talk about
apparently, AJ has been trying to become internet famous for some time.
Yeah, a long time.
So I'll give that guy credit. He
Everyone wants
stuck
to be
to
famous.
He
No one
got
wants to
over
work.
finally.
He finally got himself over.
By the
Big.
And he was a wrestler back in the day.
He was.
In New Jersey.
He
Back
finally
was
got
that-
himself over in the
I
world
used to watch
of
that Bruno San
TikTok,
Martino when I was a
YouTube,
kid.
and whatever
Is that
else.
you, Roman?
Instagram.
All right. Here's the result that's surprising. We did not watch this. I watched a little of the end. The main event of Collision
Yes.
was Okada against Daniel Garcia.
Yeah.
I think we probably all would have expected Okada gets the win there. No. 20-minute draw, which I think is great. I mean, Garcia just won the TNT title. He doesn't need, everybody's going to lose matches in this thing, but, let him have that moment
I wanted him to lose.
where he goes 20 minutes with
wanted him to
Okada.
lose
So
to
I actually was
Okada.
very glad to see that.
I wanted him to lose to Okada.
Really?
It'd be funnier.
No, so they
So-
went to the 20-minute draw.
It'd be so much funnier, man.
Okay.
This guy
Now,
gets it.
in
Yeah, he
addition to
does.
all those Continental
What do you think,
Classic
man?
matches, the CMLL guys are back.
Crazy.
Terrific. Because there was
Hell,
also
yo.
a really good match on
Let's
Rampage
go, dude. What the
between
hell is that?
Commander and Hechicero.
What does that
More
mean?
good wrestling. And I have to mention this one.
Harley Graham.
On Dynamite, there was that match
Hey, get it.
between Chris Jericho and
Actually,
Tomohiro Ishii, or as we affectionately call him, Lego McPeanut Head. So we had the match for the ROH title on Dynamite between Chris Jericho and
but can I say something real quick?
Tomohiro
Why
Ishii.
is it on Dynamite? If you have, let me explain this to you real quickly. Because I don't think Tony Khan understands this. If you have the world champion of a one promotion defending his title on another club promotion,
Yeah, but they're all
that should not
they're
happen.
all under the Tony Khan
But
umbrella.
if it's a brand split, where
It's-
you have
but
your
it isn't,
Ring of
though.
Honor people,
It isn't.
and
It
you
isn't a
have
brand
your-
split. But then we would have been denied the privilege of seeing these two guys beat the
No,
absolute
but
hell out
why
of each
is
other.
not? Why is Chris Jericho not on Ring of Honor?
Why you not on Ring of Honor?
We don't know who's on
Same
Ring of Honor.
thing.
We don't watch it.
Yeah, I saw a review of it. There was only a promo. It was pre-taped anyway of him talking about his victory.
Well, regardless,
That's
match-
a big doom.
that match was on
That's a
Dynamite.
big doom.
They beat the absolute crap out of each other. Ishii had a bloody nose. Jericho's mouth was all busted up. Like, my goodness. Jericho retained the title, but this was something. So, a lot of good wrestling this week. Also, we had what we were all expecting, the Mercedes Camille breakup.
Yeah, that was.
I think, they didn't waste any time with that. They came out before Mercedes was talking like she was going to fire Camille. Camille beat her to it, gave her the "Are you dumb or are you stupid" line, and then quits.
No.
Did you
So
see?
they didn't waste again.
No, Booker M real quick. I'm turning on.
Oh,
Booker
go ahead,
M.
Booker.
Wait, did you see Big Justice, the Rizzler, and Mercedes doing the dance?
Yeah.
Let's see.
So I think what was
Wait. Hold on. Who was doing the dance with Mercedes?
The
Big
Rizzler,
Justice
Big
and
Agent.
Big Justice
Big
and
Justice.
the Rizzler.
The Rizzler.
Yes.
Uh,
He's 3'7". I could putt
Did
that
he?
kid.
Did he do the face at Mercedes?
No.
Yes.
Really?
No, Mercedes called him Big Riz.
He did do it at Willow Nightingale, though.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
And where was this? TikTok?
That was on Instagram.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, Booker M. I'm
So-
sorry. Go ahead.
What would have been funny is as soon as Camille left, the entire women's locker room should have just ran out and started swarming her. Like, should have all beat her down, and then she should have run into the crowd and escape.
Who? Mercedes? Yeah.
No, she fell off.
It would have been funny. It would have been hilarious.
If all the women
Um,
and
started
they
jumping.
sold all that.
But
they
they-
sold.
so-
Tony Khan fumbled.
We're gonna.
Fumbled the
There
bag.
was a thing I believe on Rampage where somebody in the back laid Camille out. So we're gonna get that match.
Wait.
Are they gonna hold off till World's End on that Mercedes versus Camille?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think?
Wait,
I would think so.
Wait, but also we got Harley Graham.
We didn't watch Harley Graham.
Well, there is
What's
a
Harley Graham?
women's wrestler. We
Yeah,
don't
we
know
did-
who it is.
Yeah, we did not see
Harley.
Rosa against Harley Graham. We saw that match in person,
Yeah.
but not in her persona as Harley Graham.
But no, they're different people. It's like
Oh, they are?
It's like
I had no idea.
What's Hulk Hogan's like luchador persona?
Mr. America?
Mr. America, yeah.
Hulk Hogan was never a luchador. Okay?
It was Mr. America.
They probably gave him that gimmick. He was like, "That's not
That's
gonna
not
work
working
for
for
me."
me.
brother."
That's not gonna work for me, brother. Like Roman Reigns beating his
Yeah.
title. No,
Yeah,
that's not
I
no
could-
for me, brother.
You know,
That's a no for me, dog.
That's,
we're, you
that's
know,
a no
we're-
for me, dog.
yeah. Terry,
I love Terry.
he's something else, that guy. 'Cause-
Everybody loves Terry.
Yeah, no.
And everything he said and done is aged perfectly.
Really?
Everything is everything. From what he
You
said.
know,
The New Day
I'll
were
just-
wrong
look,
about him.
We're gonna.
Listen,
All right, fine. You
The
open
dude
this
they
door.
were
I'm gonna
wrong about
digress
him.
really fast.
The New Day were wrong.
I know
about
we're a
him.
little slow on this one, but we are working we're not going to talk about it in detail. But we're working
Oh,
our
we'll
way
talk about it.
through the Mr. McMahon documentary.
Oh my.
Now, I'll say this really fast. You know, the last thing that I would be in any way interested in watching is a puff piece on Vince McMahon. But this is not that. Like, so far, how many we watched? 3?
Yeah.
They're doing a good job. They're really, I feel like they're telling the story. Now, we haven't gotten to when it all goes bad
Went down.
recently, but they're doing a good job. But since you brought up Terry, you know what? Terry has his stories, and he's going to stick to them no matter what.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
That's
What you gonna do,
Terry.
That's the
wrestled
bottom
400
line,
Yeah.
brother.
What you gonna do, brother?
he wrestled 400 times in 1 year.
Yep.
Yeah.
He said because they kept flying back and forth to Japan, the time difference,
Yep.
they were able to wrestle
Terry-
a few more times.
400
Yep.
times in 1
Terry
year.
has his
Yep.
stories, and he is not going to ever deviate from those stories.
So this is 365.
Right. But he worked 400, brother. Because that's the math that
Yeah,
works
that
in.
definitely makes sense.
He worked a total of
Alright.
35 extra matches.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right.
So he.
Back to AEW.
That's
We
what you
also
gotta
had
do.
the continuation of what's clearly going to be the eventual heel turn of Max Caster.
That's a Brody.
He interrupted Swerve and Nana during a promo on Dynamite. He said something to Swerve about some sort of reference to a house burning down. Bad idea. So Swerve beat his ass.
They should really sell those the ashes
Then-
of the house.
He was with.
He had a great idea, Sam. He had the idea to have a card, and like the patch photos, the patches. They should have a patch
yeah.
photo of the burning, but the patch is the burning is a piece of the house.
Yes. As a collectible.
$500 million idea.
As a collectible, yes. Pieces
buy
of.
that.
Yes. Well, you know what? People would buy it.
Hell, you'll buy it. Buffoon.
Then
Buffalo.
Caster was with Lexi on Collision. He said he hadn't talked to Bowens or Billy since Full Gear.
Yeah.
He challenged Swerve, bad idea. So we're gonna get that match on Dynamite.
Burger's cooked.
Then we get the
But I
continu-
don't get this thing with saying he's the best wrestler alive.
That's obviously Max Gilman.
Cause that's no, that's one
What?
man, one Jewish man.
And that's Max Gilman.
Maxwell Jacob Friedman,
Andy
the best
Samberg.
wrestler alive.
Then
What?
then
exactly.
no.
Thank you.
MJ.
We're gonna talk about your hero now, so get ready. Because we get the continuing saga of Sam's hero,
The Shabroni and his bodyguard.
Adam Cole, and Kyle O'Reilly.
Blazing.
Cole comes out, he cuts another promo on Max. Then O'Reilly comes out. Then, this is where it gets weird. After the previous week, he says Adam needs to stop this revenge tour that he's on with Friedman before someone gets hurt.
Too late.
Roddy gets hurt at the pay-per-view, so it actually happens. O'Reilly says he wants to wrestle Friedman. What? But then
No,
Friedman
like,
appears on the screen again from his lair, presumably in somewhere in Long Island.
Playing the piano.
Said that he's playing the piano. Man of many talents, your hero.
He can sing.
He
too.
said he's focused on the Dynamite Doesn't Battle Royal for the ring on the next Dynamite. So Cole and O'Reilly said they're both going to be in it. So we're going to get that this week.
I love
Finally, speaking of strangeness, this is where the strangeness comes in. We need to talk about Angry Hangman,
Yeah.
Switchblade
Wait,
Jay
can we go
White.
back to the MJF thing? Great job from Kyle O'Reilly. He's worse than Roddy. He's gonna lose worse. I don't know if he can do that because Roddy got tapped in the middle of the
We're
ring
going to see
clean,
him on the Battle
and then
Royal.
got killed with the chair.
Now, what's going to be interesting is to see with both of these guys in there with Friedman. No, wait a minute. Hold on. What are the rules? No, wait a minute. I got to refresh myself on the rules. So
The rules
is this
are-
a battle royal and the winner gets a shot at the ring?
Yes.
Okay. So it's not as if the two of them are going to be in the battle royal with Friedman at the same time
Yes.
and somehow not eliminate him.
I want to see this cluster.
Okay, so
crap.
it's just a
Plus the
battle
crap.
royal.
Well, so I was going to ask, and we can get to this after you guys talk about it, but I mean, I know who you're picking, but
Yes.
you know, if you guys want to, at least out of the 3 that are confirmed already.
The Rizzler.
I would
As a surprise.
assume
They know me as the
you're
Rizzler.
they're gonna hold off on Cole as long as they can. Maybe it'll happen at World's End, but that's a pay-per-view match. So I would think
It's that winter is coming.
you're gonna get the Friedman O'Reilly match. That
Oh.
seems to be where they're going. Booker M,
Hell no.
agreed.
MJ, actually, yeah,
Most
I
li-
agree with that
You're
match.
most likely that following the battle. That most likely the way that this has gone,
Dozen battle royal.
you're gonna get O'Reilly winning the battle royal, and it's gonna be him versus Friedman, and they'll hold off on Cole as long till World's End or whatever pay-per-view.
Oh, yeah, but I think Kyle should win.
Yeah, I think that's.
Kyle, wait. What if the Rizzler gets in there?
Oh my
No,
god.
I think Kyle should win the ring.
Oh, you think O'Reilly beats him for the ring? I
No,
don't
I'm
know.
saying
I think
Cole-
that.
No, I'm saying Cole interferes, and then this is what I say happens. This is what I say happens. So Cole interferes, and then O'Reilly's all mad and doesn't want to use the ring, so he throws it out, and MJF digs it up in the trash and uses it.
No.
That, like,
MJF is going to
like a
retain
little
because
sewer rat.
MJF and it has to
That-
be
Like a
like,
little sewer rat.
That ring is very much a part of the overall
Jabroni-ness.
presentation of
Max.
MJF.
No,
So I don't know.
It's like getting rid of John Cena with his like weird bandana that he throws away.
No, different. There's
It's
only
a towel.
that's
It's
that,
synonymous with him.
that was just Cena pushing his merch. There's
but
only one ring,
But it's synonymous.
and then
with
somehow he
him.
lost the ring in England and got it back, or got him another
It's like
one.
John Cena with the tower or Hulk Hogan and racism.
No, oy.
They come hand in hand.
You know what? We're not censoring that. You know why?
Why?
He's not wrong.
He's not.
As they, as I say, it's truth is an absolute defense to defamation. So, it is what it is. There
What
you
you
go.
what you gonna do about it, brother?
Nothing. I
What you
like
gonna do
it.
about Terry in
All right,
Florida?
let's get back to Hangman
You
Switchblade.
can go to
and Death.
Suplex if you want in Orlando,
Right.
but they're not gonna do a thing. They know
He,
where
he
I
probably
am.
couldn't catch you with all his artificial joints.
Ooh.
damn.
Yeah, please. You think I'm
Meet me
worried
in the
about
ring,
offending
Hulky.
Terry?
Yes.
Meet me in
No.
the ring, brother.
He'll come in you and he'll leg drop you in the face. Like he was a big meaty.
Last time
You
I
know
saw
what?
you, I saw you slapping men's butts at Hooters.
Oh, yeah.
What?
I saw that video. Yes. No,
What are you talking about?
It was a
I actually know what you guys are
Yeah,
talking
wait.
about.
I'm lost here. Help me out, somebody.
I think I'll show it to you after. It's like kind of it's a convoluted. There's this guy on Instagram who puts on this fake butt, and he goes around and he does all this different stuff.
Yeah.
But then they're doing a video with Hulk Hogan to like promote his new beer or something. It's
It was Hulk Hogan. at Hooters,
Hogan has a
and he-
beer deal
Yeah,
now? Oh,
yeah, yeah.
And
God.
Hogan slapped a man in the butt, the
Pushed
artificial
him
butt,
off
and then
the
he
t-
chewed, and
He
then
dropped him on
and
the
then he
table.
dropped him on
All
the
right,
table.
wait. Let me make sure. So there's a man who his gimmick on Instagram
He's having a fake
It's
is
butt.
an
voluptuous.
artificial hiney.
he has two
voluptuous.
gimmicks. He has two gimmicks. That and he does that thing. He does the green screen like meetings where he'll be like on a Zoom meeting with a green screen attached to his back, but he'll be like in a UFC fight. Like he'll have it
Oh,
like
yeah.
Okay.
he does that. So he does these two gimmicks. Yeah.
Yes.
So
I
he
got-
goes
very
to where was he? At
voluptuous.
Hogan's place in Florida.
No, it
No,
was
I-
Hooters.
Oh, it was the Hooters. Okay.
Oh, so
yeah.
Hogan wasn't even at his own bar.
No.
It was Hooters.
All right, and there was some shenanigans
He slapped
involving.
a man's butt, then pushed him off the table pushed him off a table onto some more tables.
Oh, the guy took a bump for Terry.
He dropped the tables.
Wow.
He got-
Sorry, I missed that.
I
All
know,
right.
It was so funny.
Oh God. All right.
So that's what you're doing now, Terry. You have
All
fun
right.
with that.
Let's get Hangman, Switchblade, and the Death Rider. So on Dynamite, we got a promo with Hangman and Shivani in the ring. So at least, I think now we understand why. Leave him alone.
No, Roman told me to
Why? Oh, okay. That's fine. Hangman came out at the end of Full Gear to confront Moxley because
That
he
was
said
real. That was a real.
he made some kind of deal with Christian, and if Christian had kept up his end, Hangman would be world champion. So presumably, if Christian had cashed in with Hangman's help, Christian would have given him a title shot, he would have won the title back. So at least that was explained. Then Hangman goes into angry mode, starts ranting about how he should still be the world champion.
Also, where's Luchasaurus?
He's still recovering from his illness.
I had pneumonia. It's not that hard, bro. Get better.
No, he had a much
built
worse.
different.
He had a much worse than you, brother.
I'm the top dog. TOPDAWG.
Oh God.
What you want, huh?
So then, out comes Switchblade on the stage and reminds Angry Hangman how he's beaten him all 5 times and is willing to do it again. Then Wheeler, Yuta, and Pac hit the ring, attack Hangman.
The master.
Switchblade comes down, clears out the Death Riders, but then Hangman attacks Switchblade.
Yeah.
Then Marina lays out Hangman with the briefcase. Switchblade gets back up, is about to give Marina the Blade Runner.
I wanted to see that.
I think we all did. Moxley hits the ring and they all beat down Jay. That's how Dynamite ends. Then on Collision, we got Hangman against Wheeler.
That's weird.
Hangman beat him with the Deadeye. He continues the beating after the match while the rest of the Death Riders are watching this in the crowd,
Just watch.
not helping.
He didn't deserve
So
help.
that was weird.
The Moxie was like,
Then Hangman
he hit
puts
that
Wheeler's
loser face like.
Then Hangman puts Wheeler's head inside the chair, and he's going to do to Wheeler what Claudio did to Chuck Taylor.
No, wait.
Again, the rest of them are not running down to save him.
No, wait. When Switchblade came out, John looked like this.
Yeah, they're just
He was
watching.
shocked.
So then, who runs down to make the save for Wheeler but Switchblade?
And then John made this face.
So
John made a lot of good expressions.
He did a bombastic
So Jay Wright runs down, makes the save. He gives Wheeler the Blade Runner, and starts screaming at Wheeler about how that Wheeler should tell the king or his king
What,
that
you
he's
talking
coming
about
for him. So presumably it's gonna be one of 2 things at World's End. I don't know which we prefer. We can talk about it, but it's got to be the way it's going. It's either going to be Switchblade versus Moxley, or it's going to be a triple threat including Hangman.
Triple threat.
It's got to be one of the. It's clearly it's definitely going to be Moxley and Switchblade, and whether Hangman gets thrown in as well, I get. I'm fine either
I
way.
think Hangman's gonna be involved for extra spice.
Yes.
We'll go a little spicy.
So again,
Yeah.
there's some
Finish
weirdness
the
there.
story. Finish the story.
He
But-
should've finished it as
But
soon as
overall,
that
I
Marvel.
thought the shows were
Yeah,
really
look
good this week
different.
because there was a lot of really good wrestling, and that's what we're going to get for this Continental Classic, and that makes me happy. Before we go to the next segment, do you have anything more to say about the shows,
Nah, bruh.
Sam?
Not really.
Okay, then next.
Wait, no, Roman has some.
Oh wait, are we going to you, Roman? Or are
Well,
we going
yeah. I was going to ask about. We talked about the Continental Classic. I
Yes.
want to ask about this week. AEW drew record low ratings for this show with the Continental Classic on it. Do you think that the Continental Classic? Do you think this is a Continental Classic problem, and do you think it's being disrespected by the masses? Or, I mean, what do you attribute this to? I know we don't often talk about ratings,
Right.
but it is interesting.
Thanksgiving Eve.
Yeah, I'm going with it being the night before Thanksgiving as to why the rating would be low. I mean, again, we're going to find out. I mean, I don't know why their audience. I think their audience would be, frankly, more inclined to turn in because it's more of a
Like, these shows are
wrestling
better.
focused audience,
No,
and
but
not
people
a.
wanna-
I'll say it, not a sports entertainment focused audience.
I like this
We'll
sports
see, but I
entertainment
mean,
side
no-
of things. It's more funny with the stories.
Yeah, these.
If
we'll see.
there's
I
wrestling
think
without stories is
Yeah, that's what I do like about the Continental Classic, is that it's wrestling without storyline.
Well, you still got plenty of storyline stuff. I mean, you got all that stuff with Hangman, Switchblade, and the Death Riders. You got the thing with Cole, O'Reilly, and Friedman. You got the continuing turn of the heel turn of Caster, and whether or not he ends up with what you call it, the Hurt Syndicate.
We didn't see the match this week. Jesus
So
Christ, what's
and the
that
thing with
man?
Camille and Mercedes. So you got storyline stuff.
no, but like
let's go.
if you say sports entertainment, you can't have this wrestling without these stories with it.
well,
Then it would just be pure nonsense.
True.
It should have like it's like a soap opera.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
It should have these stories that
it has elements.
encapsulate
It
the
has
whole wrestling
elements
universe.
of that, but
What the hell, you Dave Meltzer? Using all these fancy words.
look, in the end,
And that's what I think WWE is doing really good now. All their stories
Real good.
have like this overarching
You know me.
center theme here. They're connected.
what
tangled
bloodline
all.
for years and years and years.
Hell, yo.
Yes, but there's different generations, different iterations.
I don't know how people aren't tired of that by now, but
But
that's
it's
just me.
new things always. First it was Cody, then it was The Rock and Cody. Now
Right,
it's
so
the
they're
new
gonna have to go-
bloodline.
Right.
And
Hey,
now
we
there's
should-
like CM Punk with his favor. What does that mean? I don't know. That's the thing I'm talking about here. It's a long-term storytelling.
Well, yeah. Well,
That's
yeah,
what
they are.
WWE
Well, look,
that's what
they are-
AEW
I mean,
is
I will say
lacking
this:
right
I
now.
don't find any of it real interesting, but they do tend to do things long term, and that's not a bad thing.
And that's what AEW is lacking right now is these long-term stories that can span a while.
Right. But then they give you Nia Jax in the ring for half an hour. So in the end, as you know,
No, but that's the biggest
As-
story that
as
play.
Harley
It's
Race
Nia
used
Jax.
to say, the name on the word on the marquee is wrestling. So if you know, again, I understand what you're saying, and there's something to be said for long-term planning, but we're going to get a lot of good to great matches over the next month, and that makes me happy.
But if you see, well, hypothetically speaking, I'm going to continue what you're saying. You have Nia Jax in the ring.
That's
I'm not talking about skill. Nia Jax is terrible, but she's playing a role in this Tiffany Tiffany time
Tiffany Stratton,
reign
yeah.
with
No,
the Money in the
no,
Bank,
that's-
because and this is what it's going to be part of. It's part of this long-term thing. Of
yeah,
Nia
good. Let's
Jax.
have more of her.
No.
Oh,
no
she's
offense.
not. Oh, she knows she's going to
Bro.
lose in the cash in.
Right. Let's. Yeah.
But I'm not speaking of WWE. I'm speaking
Right.
of what WWE
And
is excelling at right
and
now, and what
by the-
AEW is losing.
And look, wait. Can I make
Can
one
I
more?
say-
let
I'm
me-
gonna say something
Oh, I'm
now.
sorry, Maxie. Go ahead. I have one more
Tiffany-
comment, but go ahead.
No offense to her, but Tiffany Stratton is stupid as hell. Bro, no, let me explain this. Okay.
That's not.
She could
okay.
have won. She could have had both titles. She could have literally had both titles. They were both like in front of her, just laid out like this. You would have had both titles.
Let's continue.
Cash in, it's not that hard.
Wait.
Okay? You could have
Wait.
both women's world championships and you sold. You
One
fumbled the back.
one more thing. You know, I know. You know, look, it gets to be a little much for me, you know, because I know, like, I listen to the Observer podcast sometimes, and I know that Dave studies these things and keeps a close eye on them, and that's what he does. But I don't know how concerned that they need to be over one down rating the night before Thanksgiving when they just signed a TV deal for $500 million. Like, to me, their priority, the last thing that they need to be concerned about right now is hot-shotting TV shows. What they need to sort of continue to, like, whatever it is that they need you to do to sort of pump up ticket sales, I think that would be helpful to them. But they're basically guaranteed to be profitable for the next 3 years. So they've got, so again, I don't think that
Just because you're
they also
profitable.
need to be thinking long term in terms of what they want to do. So if I'm Tony Khan, that's funny. The last thing I would be concerned about is one bad rating the night before Thanksgiving. But we'll see. It's an interesting question to see, like, how their audience responds to what are going to be some really good but wrestling heavy shows.
Right.
Okay.
Well, that has to do with my next question, which is they booked the Hammerstein Ballroom
They did.
right after GCW booked it, and there was some
There was some controversy.
there was maybe some controversy about if they bid off AEW, and there were some things said from some different people, but that's not really what I'm trying to get into. What I want to ask you guys again is, do you think, given the documented attendance issues, we'll say that they've had, not necessarily at the pay-per-view, but at their TV shows, do you think that it's a smarter idea for them to, because they just moved their Australia show to a smaller venue?
confirmed?
Yes,
Oh,
from
okay.
what I saw,
Yeah,
yes.
because the ticket sales are so
Well,
expensive.
but that's what I'm saying. So, do you think it's a better idea for them to run smaller venues.
Yes.
And
Yes.
where you can pack in more people.
Oh, a sport.
Yes, and I'll tell you why. This is why.
Go ahead.
Because with these huge arenas, there's no way you're probably not going to sell them out with your like minor shows, okay? But with these small arenas, the demand's going to get higher because there's less seats. You're going to pack less people. There's going to be less chances, and the tickets are going to go on sale for less time because they're going to sell out pretty fast.
Well,
And then resale prices are going to be up and up and up. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
You could raise prices because I know some diehard fans like Green Shirt Guy for WWE. I bet we have one. You know, people will be paying a lot of money for these shows, and you could raise the money because there's smaller people, there's less people, and more people want to buy it because it's a higher demand.
Wait, can I talk?
yeah, go.
Big
I'll go
brand,
last.
though.
I think it's a bad sign
Right.
for AEW when they're supposed to be the second option and they are having the same venue as GCW, which is an independent.
Well, there's also you have to remember that Hammerstein Ballroom, there's a big significance about Hammerstein Ballroom
Right, that's
outside
a
of just the size.
yeah.
It's a historic
That's
arena.
a legendary building for wrestling.
But it also is a small, I mean, it
Yeah,
is a
that's
smaller
gonna
arena.
be-
That's a TNA level
no.
size. I'm
They're
talking about
booking-
size.
They're booking that for, two things. They're booking it because, of the history involved. And that's going to come across tremendous on television. They're going to pack that place. Those people are going to be absolutely going nuts because it's going to be a really hardcore New York audience. That's going to be that Dynamite's going to be that's going to be a great crowd for that show. But look, ECW made that building a famous wrestling building. They did both. Did they do both reunion shows there? I'm pretty sure that when they did the reunion shows, I think both of them were there. Great crowds for both of those.
But
So yeah, I totally get why they would want to run there.
yes, but I'm not talking about that. It's talking about how they are supposed to be the second tier, and they
Yeah,
are
both,
renting out a
both
building.
one night
Right.
stands.
No,
were-
but I can see,
Which should be-
regardless of what I think. I think because Tony is a sicko and understands the history of the wrestling in that building, I think that's why. I don't think look. Again, he just got a TV deal for $500 million.
talking about that.
I don't think he's in any way concerned about GCW. I think he just wanted to run the building.
Yes, but then he's going into smaller things in Australia.
Right. Well, look,
If you are having these smaller arenas, that is a bad sign.
well, look, I don't know what went on in Australia, but apparently they had trouble. He overshot the target on that, so he's going to do an arena. Look, for Collision, I think they definitely need to run Collision in smaller cities and in smaller buildings. Look, we were, when we saw it firsthand, you cannot, and now we figured out why, because TK was in town anyway, but you can't come to a major city with Collision and expect to fill, a larger building. For Dynamite, I think it's sort of, you got to know your cities and your audience. Pay-per-views, they're fine. They filled that building in New York. That's a big building.
I'm saying Collision.
But I think they need to be aware of where they're going, and what size buildings they can, and what size building they can fill. It only makes sense business wise. Like why would you want to pay for a building that you can't fill?
I still have this idea multiple times about how Collision should be the independent of AEW. It should have these small arenas.
Right.
Bring in some local. If they're in Philadelphia, get some local stars in there, like Cheeseburger.
Well,
not as a squash match.
Nah, you're not going to do that on national television.
Yes.
You're not. No. You're still going to focus on your own stars.
Yes, but actually
Yeah.
give them a fighting opportunity.
You're only
going
going
to
to. No. You're not using your TV show to put over people that don't work for you.
If you have Cheeseburger on there, yes, but you bring in AEW brings in all these all these other people.
Well, they have a talent sharing arrangement with CMLL.
No, not just CMLL. There's been multiple instances of wrestlers going into AEW without
Like-
being pushed. Matt Cardona against Edge.
That was a
one
one-off.
match.
Yes, I'm saying a one-off. these one-offs with these independent wrestlers.
Well, fine. If you
You
wanted
bring them in.
if you wanted to
You
bring
build
in stars like Cardona
Yes.
for a one-off every now and then as a surprise, sure. That
If
Edge versus
Josh
Cardona.
Alexander's an open contract
Who
now.
the hell's that?
Well, he apparently is a free agent, and
Yeah.
but that
If you stack him up,
well, no, look. They may want to sign him, but to your point, I think that you got to look
have
again.
it have this feel of an independent.
We've been to all the, and taking Philadelphia for an example. They go to Liacouras, which is not Wells Fargo, but for Dynamites, they've drawn well every time. That last one we went to in October of 23 was just about full. But they should
'Cause you
only
had
be
Ric
looking.
Flair
They
and
should
Okada
only,
at
they
that
should
show.
only, but Flair wasn't announced. Okada was.
but
But they should
I
they
saw
should
it.
only be looking to book buildings where they have a reasonable chance to fill them. But Collision, like they should never come here with Collision again. Like that was they're not gonna sell a ton of tickets for Collision. So Collision like what sort of mystifies me is like they had Dynamite in Reading, but they had Collision here. Like that should be reversed. But you got to know your towns.
I totally agree with that. That is a crazy.
Yeah, you got to know your towns. And you got to book where they're, and you got to book buildings according to how you've drawn there in the past. But Collision definitely should be in smaller buildings. Are we ready for the final segment?
yes.
Roman. Okay. We're going to close it up this week. Max, I believe, has a top 10 list for us this week. I don't know what's coming because no spoilers. Maxie, the floor is yours.
Max's top 10 jabronis of all time.
Of all time.
Except most of them are current except two.
Well,
people.
you're talking about a limited period of history. But go ahead. I can't wait for this.
Number 10 is Keith Lee. He's a jabroni. Where is he? It's not that hard to get a cinder block smashed on you. Months ago.
Keith
that was,
Lee qualifies as a jabroni?
where is he?
Listen,
He
Oh.
disappeared.
all I'm gonna say is he got a cinder block smashed on him. I watched Schlax beat Matt Tremont half to death in the cinder block death match, and then a week later he wrestled at JCW in Dream On. So there you go.
Wow.
It's not that hard, bro.
All right. Didn't expect to hear that name. Keith Lee. Okay.
Number 9 is Luigi Primo.
I'm with you on that
He
one.
got absolutely decked by the Jericho Appreciation Society like 2 years ago.
Oh yeah, we were there.
That qualifies for the jabroni.
Wow, you're no strenuous objection, Sam, for Luigi Primo?
I'm shocked.
Number 8 is Pac.
Pac?
Yes,
What?
because he looks like an elf.
He does. That makes him a
He looks
jabroni?
like, he looks like a thing out of Harry Potter. No.
He looks
Lord
like
of
that
the
guy
Rings.
Neville who used to wrestle in WWE.
Yeah, he does. He bears a
Yeah.
striking resemblance to Neville.
Crazy.
He looks like something
Yeah.
that came out of Middle Earth.
Just like Edge and Adam Copeland. They
Yeah,
look
it's
so
amazing.
similar.
No, but
Um,
Edge had longer hair.
All right.
For a
Who
little.
else? This is some list already.
Number 7 is MJF.
Oh hell.
Okay.
Hell,
Oh
yo.
hell no.
Hell,
Now
yo.
you're trolling. Nope. Sit down. There's too many wires here.
You
Sit
back
down.
Up. You back up. I'm being assaulted. I'm being
down.
assaulted.
Hell no.
Okay. Put his microphone. Yeah,
I'm
sit
being
down before you
assaulted.
knock out
911.
wires.
911. I'm being assaulted.
Okay.
Got that mindset, Max.
Yeah. Well, you knew we were going to get a reaction with that one.
Yo, I'm built different, bro.
Go ahead. Get back to your list.
But why?
Yeah, give me a reason.
To troll his brother.
Why MJF?
Yeah.
Because he's Jewy, isn't he?
I'm Jewish too.
What?
Buddy, I'm Jewish too. What do you want?
Oh, come on now.
He
At
got
least,
caught.
at least make sense or try.
I'm Jewish, you're Jewish, he's Jewish.
Go. Why?
Okay.
The
reason
Southwestern
is-
people don't need to know that.
Now he got his he got the thing stolen from him. He got the key, the ring stolen from him. That's two jabroni.
Chris Jericho left a title belt in a bar somewhere.
Exactly.
That's true. He did. I forgot about that. Your
Number
memory's
6.
good. Go ahead.
Number
All right.
6 is Athena.
Wow.
Athena.
Yeah, hell yo.
She's the longest reigning women's champion in Ring of Honor history.
What other competition is there that she's wrestled?
Well, you have a point there.
She
Her
lost
biggest
to Jade,
opponent
or-
was Tyra Valkyrie.
She's
Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't diss her.
yeah. I mean,
Tyra Valkyrie.
all right. I
You're
would.
engaged,
Number
Roman.
5 is The Undertaker.
Oh, what?
Hey, wait.
Yeah, what?
Did you say The Undertaker?
Oh, wait, The Undertaker or Mark Calloway?
Both.
True.
Yes.
That's a good question. That's good.
I should have reviewed this.
You gotta
I'll say
differentiate. That is
Yeah.
true.
Mark Calloway, including the American Badass.
Oh,
Fair.
the American
Okay.
Badass.
Yes.
All right.
Number 4 is Wheeler Yuta.
Oh,
wait.
hell
Wait.
no.
Why the Undertaker? You gotta explain
Yeah.
why.
I think his actions have said enough.
Oh my
Fair
God.
enough.
I think his actions.
Out of anyone he could have chosen, he chose his brother to be Kane. Like God. You could have picked someone better, like
Okay.
Hulk Hogan.
Next was Wheeler.
Yeah.
All right. Well, at least he's getting beat up a lot.
Yeah.
To me, that
He got cooked.
that's a critical part of being a jabroni.
Exactly.
Okay. Who else?
I'll save number 3. Number 3 is a goodie. I'll save that one. I'll go to number 2. Number 2 is actually Andretti.
All right. Kind of.
Go back to number 3. Number 3 is Butterbean.
Oh, hell no.
Butterbean.
Yeah, Butterbean.
Have you ever even seen Butterbean? When would you have seen Butterbean?
Heck showed me.
Who?
Heck.
Oh, Heck showed you.
Why? Wait. Why is Butterbean?
Why? He was the king of the 4-round boxing match.
And he was in what's it called? The Brawl for All. He
He
lost
was.
to
Oh, I
Bart
didn't-
Gunn.
I was there that night for.
His
He
name is
ended
4
Bart
rounds.
Gunn's career in
Yeah.
America.
Anything after 4 rounds, he's cooked. That can tell you as much as you need to know
And he
about
beat up
Butterbean.
all those guys from Jackass.
He
Is that it? I
He
could beat
knocked
up-
Bart
I
Gunn
could
into
beat up
next
all those
week.
guys. I could beat up all those guys from Jackass. Okay.
All right, number one.
What is a tie between Cody Rhodes and CM Punk?
Oh my God.
Because CM Punk,
Cody?
he's a crybaby, and Cody, he's
It's this-
Cody is Cody. Cody is brothers with Dustin. And where the hell is Dustin been? There, thank you.
Oh, I thought you were saying this is like a nepotism thing.
Exactly.
I
High
mean-
five, Roman. You got it.
Wait,
Nepotism.
no, I
We've
don't.
seen
Because
real
I disagree.
jabronis on these shows. We saw that guy Danny Rose
Sean.
who got thrown up in the air like
He got
10
killed.
feet.
Sean got killed multiple times.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he didn't. That.
Like
Got killed.
I better apologize.
yeah,
Sorry,
he's a
Sean.
friend of the show.
But you did get killed
I don't-
multiple
now you're-
times.
I'm having trouble understanding your definition of jabroni. What qualifies one to be a jabroni? I mean, you should have watched some of those old WWF shows from Hamburg.
What's
What?
the WWF?
That's what
The
they were-
legendary Hamburg Fieldhouse.
The Hamburg, like
The
that's
hell's
where they
that?
used to tape their television, like in the
Yeah.
70s. You want to talk about jabronis? People like Frankie Williams,
Who the hell? I don't know
Yeah.
who that is. I made all this list.
Lee Wong.
I made this list at 8:30 last night. What do you want
It
from
was
me?
your idea, brother.
Well, yeah. Recently, we actually went through a list of the greatest jobbers of all time.
Oh,
Shall we read aloud?
oh, please.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some real jabroni talent.
He put.
I mean, the Mulkeys.
Who? That other than Milk Dogs?
All right, this is Bleacher Report, the absolute best wrestling jobbers of all time.
Oh, okay.
All right, we're going down. There's 11
All right.
people on this
We'll
list. I
wrap
don't
it
know
up
why
with
it's
this.
not 10.
All right, I want to hear that.
11, Rocky King.
Rocky King.
Number 10.
Wait. Can I tell a Rocky King story?
Yes.
At one time, I'll never forget this. Rocky King was sort of the
New phone, who dat?
mouthpiece for this version, the Jimmy Garvin, Michael Hayes version of the Fabulous Freebirds. And he gave him a catchphrase. They heal the sick. They raise the dead. They make all the girls scream out their head. The Fabulous Freebirds. That's all he had to say. And one time, Rocky got in the ring. He took the microphone and said, they raised the dead. The Fabulous Freebirds.
Wow.
Makes
Next,
sense.
next
And
up,
they kept that on television.
the Italian Stallion.
Oh, yeah.
Tom Stone.
Don't remember him.
Jim Powers.
Ooh, there's a lot.
Oh, well, him and Roma were sort of like a upper level jobber tag team.
Paul
really.
Roma, yeah. Pete Doherty.
Pete Doherty.
A lot of these guys you can tell they're jobbers because their names are just names.
The Duke.
Pete
Was he not the
Doherty?
Duke? Did he
Isn't
go
it
by
the guy
the
who
Duke of
crashed his
Dorchester?
Ferrari when we talked
Yes,
about
the
his
Duke of
resume?
Dorchester.
The Duke of
yes.
Dorchester, yeah.
The Mulkey brothers.
The Mulkeys. Oh, yeah, Mulkey Mania ran wild.
SD Special
Oh, of
Delivery
course.
Jones.
S.D. Jones, yes.
Special delivery?
Wow, Leapin' Lenny Poffo, RP.
I don't know that I'd call him a
Yeah.
guy. All right.
All right,
Leapin'
top
Lenny
three. Top
Poffo.
three.
Yeah.
Number 3, Barry Horowitz.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Wow. This guy is a legend. Number 2, Steve Lombardi, a.k.a. the
Oh,
Brooklyn
yeah,
Brawler.
Lombardi. Yeah.
And number 1, a guy I've literally never heard of, Iron Mike Sharp.
You've never seen Iron Mike Sharp?
No, I have
oh,
no
he was
idea.
around forever. He wore the black thing on his forearm.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. All right, that's not a bad list.
Yeah.
I don't know how you leave off Frankie Williams
Listen.
or Lee Watt.
Wait, what?
But nonetheless,
John,
that
what
is
do
a
you-
good list. Anything else, guys?
Not really.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Thank you, Roman, for producing, as always. We
wrong?
will see you next week with another episode of Grappling with the Gilmans.
Peace.